Hello! Today we will be going over how to position turrets for PvP in open spaces. Let's jump into the don'ts. Avoid building bases close to the shore. If you must build near the water, make sure you're at least 30 foundations away so that turret boats cannot be used to shoot you as you leave your base. It is no fun getting pinned in your base by a turret boat. If you build too close to the water, boats can be used to raid your base by pulling right up to it and placing C4 on your wall. Then the raider can simply boat away and blow your base, getting in just a few moments. There are quite a few ways to LOS turrets with boats and getting close to blow the base. LOS is shorthand for blocking the line of sight. When a turret is LOS'd, it cannot see you, therefore it cannot shoot you. A boat only needs to be able to get close enough to create an LOS issue for a tech rifle user to be able to shoot their way in. There are many ways to build a boat to LOS turrets. Any building on or near the water can be penetrated easily with a motorboat build. If you must build near or on the water, such as Viking Bay on Ragnarok, there are things you can do to slow boats down. If you want a video on how to block boats, let me know in the comments below. With all the talk of LOSing bases, did you know that land bases can be LOSed by platform dinos, especially Quetzals? Oftentimes you can build a Quetzal in a way so that you can block turrets above or below and get close to bases, allowing a player to C4 in or tech rifle their way in. I will show you some turret setups to avoid this. Keep in mind that enemy structures are not the only way turrets can be LOSed. Make sure to clear out all rocks, trees, etc. around your base. Also, be aware that your own dinos and structures can LOS your turrets, and not to park them outside. When building a base, a crafting station, a teleporter, fob, and so on, there are a few ideas to keep in mind. Try not to build higher than 10 walls or wider than 10 foundations due to that turret ranges are an ellipse, not a circle or square. You want as many turrets firing at the same target as possible. If an attacker can find a spot to soak 2 to 3 turrets at a time, they can just pop some sweet cakes on a stego and completely soak the turrets. If they were hit by all the turrets, they could only soak for a moment and then have to take time healing their dinos, increasing the amount of time it takes to raid you. It is a good idea to spread your turrets out across multiple giant hatch frames at varying heights up to 10 high. This makes it so that a tech saddle, rifle, cannon, or explosive does not take out a huge chunk of turrets by destroying a single hatch frame. This also helps keep platform dinos from easily LOSing your base and getting in. Another method that is very important is setting up turrets on the ground at the corners of your base. These turrets can prevent Quetzals from just flying right up to your base and blasting their way in. The reason we put the turrets on the ground is that tech rifles cannot destroy them, but could destroy any structure they would be on. And also make sure no dino can get lower than the turret, except mesh monkeys of course. If the base is a closed design or has obstacles, just make sure to place them so they can fire on 2 sides of the base. Another defense that helps keep your turrets from being quickly dispatched is a cage of intertwining hatch frames slightly above the turrets. This slows stego drops and C4 turtles. Something I have seen players tempted to do is build above turret range and place turrets way above their base. There are very few situations this is good in, and those are on Genesis 1. Most other maps, a hatch frame Quetzal can simply fly below the turrets and above the base's range and simply destroy the supports, taking the turrets out and getting free bullets. Now to types of defenses. When setting up a base, fob, teleporter, etc., you may want to place towers around at the edge of turret range to reduce directions your base can be attacked from and buy you time to get online when being raided. If you want a video on how to make teleporters, bases, or towers, let me know in the comments below. When setting up defenses out from turrets to help slow down players and prevent them from getting in, keep in mind turret and tech rifle saddle range. If you don't know the ranges, check out my turret range video linked above. If too far out, a tech weapon can be used to break the defense, barely slowing the player down. One of the best structures for caging is going to be the fence supports, as most other structures require foundation supports. Make sure to place your caging no further out than 3 foundation spaces from the turrets to reduce the chance of tech weapons taking them down quickly. If you're in a place where foundations will not cause an LOS issue, you could use double door frames to make your caging with and attach it to hatch frames to add extra anchor points that will not LOS turrets. If a foundation will stand too tall and a player can lay behind it, it's best not used. Though it is an unlikely situation, there are places where it can happen. Always check your LOS weaknesses when building. Some tribes like to use dino gates as caging since they are the right size to block a lot of dinos and pop a pillar or fence foundation in the middle. Unfortunately, these gates offer a great place to stand behind and LOS turrets from. From behind a gate, they can snap off a shot or two, duck back, rinse, repeat, until end. When placing turrets, make sure they can always fire maximum range with nothing blocking them. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button. Have an awesome day.